Hello guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. And I wanted to talk about a little about what are the topics that is actually asked in data science. So there are a lot of topics, like from the statistics part, from the coding part, from the SQL part, and from the machine learning, and there are a bunch of different things. Okay, so here I'm going to discuss with you some portion of statistics that is actually important for the data science roles, obviously. And then I'll also discuss like what are the portion of statistics that is actually asked in data science and machine learning roles. Obviously, don't need to study a lot of statistics or every statistics that is present in the world. But yeah, there are some topics that you need to study, and in this video, I'm going to list out all those topics that you need to study, and you can just keep the checklist of these topics while preparing for the data science interview. And obviously, these are helpful for data science, machine learning, and like data analytics interview also. So, one advice is that like whether you are trying to switch in the data science industry or whether you are a freshers in the college right now and want to get into the data science industry, for both the people, these things are necessary, and I will advise you to just use this particular thing so that it will help you in the data science interview. So the first thing about the basic statistics, so like I have put these things in the three category. First is called basic statistics, second is distribution, and third is called hypothesis testing. So these three portions I will discuss separately, and what are the topics that is actually asked. So in the basic statistics, you are asked questions based on the probabilities. So, like the classical probabilities that you all have studied in the class 12th intermediate, or maybe in the graduation level also you have studied. Bayes theorem, mean, median, mode and its properties, random variables, skewness and kurtosis, expectations and variance with properties, and correlation and covariance. So these are the terms of the basic statistics. Obviously, like these are not the single topics. Obviously, if you just try to explore the random variable itself, you'll find a lot of different concept. A lot of different types of questions that you can solve, a lot of different types of problems that you can obviously combine with Bayes theorem and other things, maybe expectations and variance from the random variable itself that you can solve. So yeah, these things are basic, and like there is a one way like when you start studying these topics. The main thing is that maybe you can complete it within 1 week also by just reading the definition. But what I advise you is that just try to spend some time on these topics, and like whenever you pick any book of the basic statistics or statistics, any book, maybe Sheldon M. Ross book is a very good, and you can search on the internet. You will also get the PDF. I will also link down the PDF in the description box also. So the main thing is that when you read that particular book, you'll find that this particular topics are mentioned in that particular book in a very well manner. And obviously just try to read the topics by reading the definition, some problems, like how you can particularly solve some problems related to these topics. And this is how we develop basic understanding of these topics. Like a lot of times when you read any research paper in the machine learning or data science or artificial intelligence, people will generally talk about the probabilities, random variables, expectations, correlation, covariance. So it's better to read those topics very well, obviously as well as you can. And that is why, because these topics are important, and just reading the definition won't make any difference. Just if you're studying these things, just try to study it very well. Okay, so the next thing is about like a statistical distribution. So these are the popular statistical distribution that I have listed for you, and popularly these are like binomial distribution, Poisson, geometric, exponential, normal, uniform, and gamma and beta distribution. So the main thing is that like whenever you read about the distribution, so mainly, like I don't know why how people actually read the distribution, because if you just open the book from the binomial distribution itself, there you'll find a lot of text in the book itself, maybe 40-50 pages of text in the binomial, some other distributions. So let me tell you like how do you need to understand these things. So for any distribution, just understand how the distribution is actually generated. So like in the binomial distribution, obviously, let's say you are tossing a coin, and that just let's say you are repeating the same experiment for 1,000 times or 10,000 times, or maybe 100 times, and then you want to see what is the number of hits that you got. Obviously, these type of things come under the binomial distribution. So for any distribution, just try to see how those particular distribution generate, how the geometric distribution generate, how those particular distributions came into existence. And the second thing is that once you read about distribution, just study what is their probability density function, probability mass function for the discrete, and obviously like their mean, median, mode, obviously not mode, mean and median, their variance, and obviously some problems related to this type of distribution. Some problem means, let's say someone wants you to some numerical problem based on binomial distribution or maybe exponential distribution, then you should be able to solve those problems because you understand those distributions so well. Obviously movement generating function, these topics you'll also find out when you read about the basic statistics, is one of the most important thing in the statistical distribution also. So for any distribution, just try to read its definition. It's a PDF, PMF, whatever it is, a mean, median, and a variance. Then it's a movement generating function, and obviously some real life examples like where the binomial distributions come into existence, where the normal distributions come into existence. And the fifth part is, like some questions that you can solve using this type of distribution, some numerical problem. Okay, and the next thing is hypothesis testing. So for hypothesis testing, the main thing is, like t-test, f-test, chi-square test, ANOVA, interpretation of p-values, and central limit theorem. So these things are important, especially once we are talking about the hypothesis testing and all those things. So yeah, so hypothesis testing, in hypothesis testing you can learn about a t-test, f-test, chi-square test. These are the most commonly used tests, and obviously the Sheldon M. Ross book that I'm recommending you can obviously get all those things in this book itself. So there is no need to read in any extra book. Obviously interpretation of p-value is the most important thing, because in the when you do the hypothesis testing, there is something called p-value, and you have to like interpret the p-value, and actually interviewer are interested in these type of questions. Obviously central limit theorem is also the common application in the hypothesis testing. So just if you just follow this chart, follow these two basic topics in the basic statistics, and just do these topics thoroughly by obviously solving some examples and solving some practical problem also, then I think it is going to be very easy for you to clear in data science interview. So just obviously don't need to require read a lot of statistics that is in the world, but yeah, these statistics will be beneficial for you if you want to clear data science interview. So next videos, or maybe next video, I will talking more topics about data science interview. But yeah, in the statistical terms, in the statistical topic, these are the most common topics that is asked in data science, machine learning, or other type of interview. So thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video by bringing some more content on data science and machine learning and these type of things. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.